mini-series between No Dark Willow versus Notorious League of Gentlemen. We are in the division number 2. One moment here. Okay, now I fixed this. So we are in division number 2, game 2. First game was taken by No Dark Willow with a Dark Willow. Can we really call that a win? We'll see. We have fast bans going on here. The match is between Bambino versus Notorious, and they have some assigned drafters, Das and Han Mingzi. We see the first two bans on the Radiant side. It is Nature's Prophet as well as Lone Druid. Meanwhile, on the Dire side, they ban out the Treant Protector and the Invoker. Treant Protector, very, very strong hero right now. His Leech Seed as well as Living Armor makes him so hard to kill. And his Nature's Grasp allows for an additional slow, additional damage, and his Overgrowth. Very strong ultimate, goes through BKB, roots people in place. And there we also have a Doom ban and last ban Ursa. They played the Ursa on the Dire side, but this time they say we just want to ban it, don't want to deal with it. Radiant starts with the Keeper of the Light again. Han Mingzi played that hero in the previous game to big success, getting multiple 3 or 4 hero Will-O-Wisps off, blinding lightning absolutely everybody. Very, very successful on that hero. Again, this is a best of 3, and Radiant is up 1-0. We have a Sand King pick. Sand King was, as far as I remember, mostly untouched in the previous draft. Vengeful Spirit not being banned out and will be picked up by the Dire. A very strong opener, I would say. Like, both heroes have good lockdown. Both heroes are gonna enable your lanes quite well. And yeah. Ooh, we have a Morphling pick. Interesting. Morphling was banned in the previous series in the second ban phase, if I remember correctly. And Dark Willow banned out against Team No Dark Willow. Bambino, Master Tier Dark Willow. Very, very interesting Morphling pickup. Does Identity play a lot of Morphling or Bambino is the question here. If it is Bambino, it would make no sense why they would ban the Dark Willow. There is a Ricky ban as well. Very interesting picks here. Skywrath Mage got banned out. And we have a Drow Ranger pickup. Drow Ranger, a hero that can defeat Morphling very easily because her ultimate that got completely changed. Never mind what I said. Is she still good against Morphling? I don't know. I guess we'll see in this game. What are they gonna pick up a Shaker here? Are they gonna go Morph Shaker? I mean, the combo is still there. It's a bit less good, but still good. Huh. We will see. We will see. We will see. They are dipping into the reserve time here. No Dark Willow. They are looking for a support here, I would say. Or maybe they are thinking about picking their offlaner. Morphling most likely gonna go safe lane or mid. Seen quite a bit in the safe lane, if I remember correctly, from the opening qualifiers, from seeing pro teams. Especially Team Nigma likes to play that hero. Yeah. Let's see, what are they gonna go here with? They want something that can get on top of Drow Ranger. Centaur? Wow. Drafting. Get me on a team. Just joking. So Centaur, Stampede, very good to get on top of Drow Ranger. But Sand King is going to most likely gonna wait for this to then counter initiate with his own Blink Dagger that he's gonna get from the laning phase. Is it gonna be
remaining.
Still leaves them quite open for most heroes to, in terms of supports. Is there anything that stands out? Maybe Alina? Or the Earthshaker. Earthshaker is still like Earthshaker morph. The could go with a safe lane Bristleback, Keeper of the Lights, reducing the cooldown of Quill. Absolutely insane. And what is gonna be the response here? I like the Centaur pickup. I feel like it's gonna be quite good against the Drow as well as the Lion. Lion. They have, it gives the instant attacks. That's for sure. Lion instant attacks on a Morphling, and they have the push with the Drow Ranger. I guess they want the additional burst from the finger instead of having the Hex from Shadow Shaman with that tower push. Do they pick up a Rubik here? It's quite a good Rubik game. It leaves them a bit vulnerable in terms of stuns. Like Dire lineup, they have Lion stun, Vengeful stun, Sand King stun, they have Lion Hex, they have Gus. They have so much lockdown on the side of Dire, which was what they were kinda lacking in the first game against the Weaver. I like how they redeemed that fact in the second draft here. Yeah. So what is it going to be? They're they're nearly all out of reserve time here. They go with the Tusk again. Tusk played by Joker. That was no joke, no pun intended here. He was all over the map during the first 10-15 minutes, enabling kills. So many kills in like nearly every lane. Definitely a value pickup here. Wind Ranger getting banned out. Yeah. So they need a mid on both sides. Unless it's Morphling mid, then they need a safe laner. Venomancer, by the way, completely untouched. Surprisingly. It wasn't banned. It wasn't picked. It was banned in the previous game.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
So they ban out the Conquer. What do they go here?
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And what could be their last pick here? What? I feel like they have some save, they have good damage. They may want to have some more lockdown. Bad Rider. Bad Rider gives even very. I like this Bad Rider pickup a lot. It gives them more mobility with Stampede and the Blink Dagger on Bad Rider that he's inevitably gonna get because he's gonna be core, 99%. Even more stuff to get on top of the Drow Ranger. Bring her out with the lasso. I like this pickup. It's a bit unorthodox, but I like it a lot. It gives them more lockdown, as I said, that I feel like they're kind of lacking. Meanwhile, on the Dire side, I would like to see them to see some kind of save. They have the swap. And what could they go for in a mid laner that maybe has some save? I don't really know if there's anything. What would be a good hero to play against Bad Rider? Oracle mid. I'm just looking at this Radiant lineup. The off lane of Tusk and Centaur. That's a really scary off lane. You cannot get hit by anything. You have to dodge those ice shards as well. Retaliate plus tag team. Whew. 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 But what are they going to pick up here? Viper? No. They may want to have some more frontlining. Conco would have been a good pick. That's a very nice ban there from the Radiant side. What would be a good tanky mid laner? Magnus?
Lena, you may now select your heroes.
They don't go with tanky. They're very squishy. Meanwhile, I feel like Radiant is quite durable. Oh, it's the Karen Drow Ranger. At least that's what I call it. I like the bow though. The bow looks absolutely sick. Sick cosmetic there. So it's a Lena mid. Lena mid against the Bat Rider. I put my eggs into the basket of Radiant. That's how the idiom works, right? Maybe. I feel like they have ways to deal with the Drow Ranger, but if they can't get on top of the Drow Ranger, then they're in big troubles. But imagine a Tusk Snowball. You have Stampede Centaur. You have Bat Rider, who's gonna have most likely gonna go drums into Blink, something like that. And you have a Morphling who could copy the Tusk and also use Snowball onto the Drow Ranger. You have two swaps to save her, and some counter initiation. But the Dire side has every hero has a stun except for the Drow Ranger, which is also really, really good. I really don't know. I like both. I like both drafts, giving a bit of the edge to the Radiant side because I feel like let's go to free camera here, hide this. We go to this, and we are in our game. So the reason why I give it a little bit the edge to the Radiant is because I feel like they have ways to deal with the Drow Ranger that are more easily executed than that the Dire side has ways to deal with the Morphling. But let's forget about let's ignore what I think. So we have on the Dire side, it is DOS on the Drow Ranger, Notorious, captain of the team. On the Vengeful Spirit, and I feel like I can't go away here, it is the Skater X7 on the Lena. Is there going to be a fight here? They walk very, very close to each other, putting down the wood. And there's Yak, apparently a new player. Claire had to step out. And on the position 4 line and mid or Chen on the offlane Senking. Meanwhile, on the Radiant side, we have Joker on the Tusk, Broccoli on the Centaur Warrunner, and then we have Bambino, the captain of the team, on the Bat Rider. And down bottom we have Identity on the Morphling and Han Mingzi again on the Keeper of the Light. And they dodged each other. They were really, really close to each other. I was keeping my eye there the entire time, thinking, ooh. Oh, Tusk, you have to be careful here. Yeah. Oh, but there's now Centaur. He's gonna get Retaliate stacks already. And if they get in front of him with tag team, that slide step backwards might have actually cost him first blood. Very, very close call there. Of course, it's much easier to say with seeing everything. So we have this mid matchup between Bat Rider and Lena. Feels like very, very old school Bat Rider mid. And there has been the new changes to Sticky Napalm where you can cast them from behind you. Like you don't have to turn around. Making him even more a hero of the turn rate. That abuses turn rates. Such a fascinating mechanic in Dota 2, I find. Very annoying, but Fascinating. And this centaur is just standing in front of them, having absolutely no fear. And went for the second point in Firefly. I've not really seen this matchup at all, so I'm kind of interested to see how it works out. Well, we have up top here the Drow Ranger getting bullied out of lane. And I missed first blood. I really want to see this. I apologize. I really want to go back here. Okay. Okay, so this is where we left off. So, we see the stun. And he... Did he just get right click down? Is there going to be another stun? Oh, she's very close to level 3. Level 3. And is just gonna get with the Dragon Slave. Yes, very well played there by the Lina. And a bit of underestimating the damage from the Lina there. Stun onto the center up top with the frost arrows, keeping him slowed. But no kill. Meanwhile, down bottom here, Sand King is having a good time. And Morphling, he's having an okay time. But it is a Morphling. You don't have too many ways to deal with it. Oh, a haste rune for the Bat Rider. So it is 11-0 to the 8-1. Ooh, nice ice shards by the Tusk. Are they gonna get the Drow Ranger here? That was very close there. Joker, really, don't give this man Tusk. He is smashing it on it. They fixed the particles on the Drow Ranger to not show frost arrows even when they do. Meanwhile, down bottom here, they are trying to go onto the Morphling, but Morphling just gonna strength morph. And here, there was another stun onto the Bat Rider. And Bat Rider is very low. He's gonna use Firefly. He walked back into the Dragon Slave. Oh. Tried to juke it and juke it again. Oh, he went down in flames against the Fire Lady. Well played there by Skater. Playing this matchup very good, and he's now a full level ahead. His offlane is also doing really well. Only thing is his safe lane a bit lacking. Oh, they are. What are they trying to stack this? No, they are. Oh, they're trying to stop them from pulling. There is a stun onto the Tusk, and Tusk taking a lot of damage here. Who is gonna go down first? And it is gonna be the Vengeful Spirit, but Tusk going down as well. So it is a kill for the Drow Ranger. And she threw up some tangos saying, hey, Venge, please bring me those items. So far, 1k lead for the side of Radiant at 5 minutes in. Mostly due to this mid lane. Let's check the... Here real quick. Yeah, 700 gold ahead of the enemy mid laner. Oh, they're not trying. Ooh, but we have a rotation here from the Tusk. Level 6 online for the Lina here. Meanwhile, I miss a kill down bottom. They get the kill onto the Sand King. It looks like with the sentry ward. Meanwhile, then here they are trying to go onto the Lina, and they get the Lina. She did use her Laguna Blade and did not net a kill. Very well played there. Again, Tusk making the rotations to enable his other lanes for some kills. Oh, multi-shot is gonna kill the Centaur. No luck there on the last hit with the damage block. Oh, they are going on to these Morphling, just blinding lined away. Now runes are up. There's still one here. And there were 3 picked up by Dire, so Very, very advantageous there for Dire.
Radiant's middle tower
And
is under
Lina,
attack.
she's gonna go into Yule's Scepter. Batrider, did he hit level 6 yet? Not quite. He's gonna go into Boots of Travel and the Veil. Interesting. And they are trying to go on to the Centaur again. Stomp onto the Vengeful Spirit. Multi-shot kinda missing there. And they are gonna get the kill onto the Centaur, but does it cost the life of the Drow as well? Healing Salve is gonna get used. Nice jukes there, and a nice block with the Iron Branch, but not enough. Getting the kill onto the Drow Ranger. Is it gonna get the Courier? It's gonna get the Courier at least. But not advantageous there for Dire. They did lose their Drow as well as their Vengeful Spirit. And there is a sentry ward here. Sanking is very low. They're trying to turn this on the Morphling. But Morphling still has quite a few strength to shift into, so he is not scared. They're trying to go on to the center as well, and the multi-shot is gonna kill him this time. Kill for the Drow Ranger. And Bounty Rune has been picked up at 7 minutes. So all 4 Bounty Runes in favor of Dire. Careful there, Keeper of the Light. Is there going to be a follow-up stun? Follow-up stun in the Sandstorm, and Keeper of the Light is dead. There we have a Flaming Lasso, and Tusk again mid. And they are trying to turn this around onto the line as well. Like, this Batrider, he's feeling good.
Is under attack.
Double kill for Bambino. TP in from the Vengeful Spirit now, but it's not going to do anything. And you have to be careful. Like, this half amount of HP is nearly as much as this full amount. And he has Firefly. And it was a Tusk rotation together with the Flaming Lasso. It does feel like this Tusk has a very good understanding of how to play together with his team to enable kills in any lane. He is level 6, 8 minutes in. He is higher level than the Centaur.
Is under attack.
And they're trying to make a move here again. They have Snowball in, but Drow is... Her Spidey senses are tingling and she goes under the tower. Meanwhile, there are 3 down bottom. Trusty Shovel has been found by the Lina. Batrider getting really close to the Boots of Travel. Down bottom here, there is a Burrow Strike onto the Morphling, but nothing too crazy there. And there is a Stampede onto the Drow Ranger into a follow-up stun and the Tusk. Another kill enabled by Tusk. 3, 1, and 4. Lina trying to turn this gank around here. Meanwhile, mid, Batrider finds a kill on the Venge, but Venge gets him down in the same moment. And they are finding the Centaur. Tusk is getting away with murder though. We are closing in on the 10-minute runes, and we see in terms of net worth, it is pretty even. Very even. Only 1k lead for the Dire. Are they gonna get both outposts? Radiant is willing to fight around this one. And Blinding Light is not gonna be enough. You have to stun him. And it was in favor of the Dire. No, you have to stun in order to stop the channeling. The Blinding Light away is not enough. Elixir, rest in peace. This game was played a few hours before Elixir got removed from the game. And in terms of bounty runes, we saw 1, 2, 2. Seems to be in favor of Dire. And they are trying to go on this here. Nice hoof stomp onto 2 people, but there are 4 heroes here, and they're going to focus on the Tusk. But Radiant is bringing the Keeper of the Light, but the multi-shot hitting so many people. And Lina is here as well. Batrider, he's just gonna get bursted down. Swap forward, kill onto the Keeper of the Light and the Centaur as well. Swaps.
Radiant's top tower
This should not be as funny as it is, but swapsies.
are fortified.
Nice heads up swap there, but yeah, Radiant underestimating the damage there from Dire. Like Lina was there and Batrider just exploded. He has boots of travel, but apart from that, he is rather squishy. They get this tier 1 down top here. They get this tier 1 top, not down top. And they are trying to get onto this Tusk here. Tusk has a snowball. And the Sand King is gonna burst strike forward. They are gonna lose the Keeper of the Light again. No opportunity to use the Willow of the Wisp. There's another swap. Interest done. But Morphling is here now. They're trying to turn this around. They get the Vengeful Spirit. Are they also going to get the Sand King?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yes, it sure looks like it. Sand King is tanky with his Hood of Defiance. And do they have another Dust or Sentry? They don't. But they have Firefly, so they are just gonna burn the Scorpion down. What a sad, sad death. What a sad, sad death. Oh, that was a sad one. Yeah, but overall they did lose. They did lose the Lina. Did not notice the Lina did went down to the Batrider there at the shrine, diving a bit too far there after winning a team fight very, very favorably. And we see now Batrider has overtaken Lina in terms of net worth. And Morphling and Drow Ranger both are
Radiant's bottom tower
pretty much neck and neck. Again, it's a 2k lead, mostly on the support and the offlaner. But the cores are right where they need to be. And Radiant is going to push this tier 1 top here.
Dire's middle tower
Gosh, I
is
am
under
confusing
attack.
top right
Radiant's
now.
bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Meanwhile, Dire is taking this bottom tier 1. Centaur War Runner, he is quite poor. He's trying to finish a Vanguard. And there is a smoke up by the Dire, wanting to go aggressive into this Radiant jungle. I like this move. Drow Ranger also looking to join in. Has a Dragonlance, has 3 Wraith Bands. Ooh, and would wish to find a Vambrace recipe. Do they see them here? No, they see the Morphling. There's an Invis rune on the Batrider. And a Veil. They find the Hex onto the Tusk. And there's the Will-O-Wisp hitting onto 4 people, but Stampede to save them all. And they swap the Drow Ranger, but Drow Ranger is already dead, as well as the Vengeful Spirit there. And they also lose the Lion. And another very, very good fight for the Radiant. Oh, they're going to snowball onto this Lina. Lina felt a bit too safe. It's going to use her Yaguna Blade. There is another hoof stomp, and it's going to go down. Again, this Tusk. 6, 2, and 6. Part of 12 of the 16 kills. Has a medallion already. It's going to go into a blink. Has double bracers. 1600 health. There was a smoke by this line. Just gonna go to put down some wards, I believe. Yes, but he has to be careful here. They are all radiant heroes. Oh, he's walking right into the centaur. Is gonna hit him once and hacks him into a fish and nothing else. In terms of outposts, both teams had an outpost. And so far it's 2 for 1. And it looks like it's gonna be 3 for 1. Lion, is he gonna go down here? Tusk is in the neighborhood. Is he gonna get the ice shot? Not quite the block. There was a swap available, but it would have been a swap in for support. Poor man shield as well as Vampire Fangs. And there is a jump in from the Centaur Warrunner. Centaur has a blink now. But Stampede to get away. But ooh, nice snowball to dodge the Laguna Blade. But it is not enough. He is within 4 heroes. And he is gonna go down. Snowball to save yourself from the Laguna Blade. But it wasn't enough. Oh, they want to continue this fight here. They don't... Earth Spike misses from the Lion. Very, very close there. 3 for 1 bounty runes in terms of 4 Radiant. And Lina has a Yule Scepter as well as Boots of Travel now. And the Bat Rider, he has the Veil, the Boots of Travel. And is going to go into a BKB next and a Force Staff. Surprising to not see him go for a Blink Dagger. Oopsie. Yes. The Drow Ranger has an Imp Claw and closing in on that Force Staff for that Hurricane Pike. And Sand King is very, very close to a Blink. Centaur did forgo the path of the Vanguard for a Blink Dagger. I like it. More initiation. There is... Bat Rider is going to try to make a move onto this Drow Ranger here. But there are 4 TPs. They're going to try to make a move onto this Bat Rider. But he is just away. Bat Rider moving and seeing 4 TPs like, hey, nah, I'm out.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That looked quite funny. That's some coordination. Drow Ranger was like, Bad Rider's going on me, everybody, TP. And they all finished their TP, so they're all bottom now. There is a snowball onto the Vengeful Spirit. Sand King is here, nice 3 hero stun. He doesn't have enough, he is gonna use the Epicenter now. And is gonna get the Centaur as well as the Keeper of the Light and the Tusk. Double kill for the Sand King. Very nice stun there. Hitting all 3 heroes.
Radiant's middle tower is
And
under attack.
Bat Rider has to be careful. There is still a swap available.
Fortified.
Not gonna go further. Oh, it still works. Marksmanship still ignores space armor. Oh, there's a Hex onto the Bat Rider. Into a Borrow Strike. Is there gonna be a finger? Are they gonna finger him? There's a finger and the Laguna Blade. Will-O-Wisp being used, but to no avail. They get another sleep onto the Sand King. Swap out and Vengeful Spirit is gonna pay the price. Ice Shard's not going to hit. Nice save there by the Vengeful Spirit. Ooh, is there gonna be a stun in time? No, very close call there. But they are gonna go for this outpost here, which is gonna be good. Oh, Vambrace Recipe, something you'd really want because you already have your Wraith Bands, so now even more value. It's gonna go for an E-Blade, has the Vampire Fangs, has the Yasha. Drow Ranger has finished now the Hurricane Pike. And this Lina is now all across the map and getting much more farm than this Bat Rider. This Bat Rider has struggled to find his footing in the game. Ooh, this Centaur is in the middle of 3 heroes. There's the Borrow Strike. And there's gonna be a follow-up stun. Oh, okay, one last hit. I was gonna say, you're just gonna like let him live like that? And there are 4 heroes mid for the die. Are they gonna try to go into Roshan? It sure looks like it. They have an Illusion Rune. They have a Medallion. They have the minus armor from Wave of Terror. And they have Drow Ranger who hits so hard. And is Radiant going to respond to this? Are they aware this is going on? It doesn't look like it. They maybe don't want to react to it without the centaur. Oh, now what? There was the scan, but too late. Oh, Burrow Strike not going to hit onto the Batrider. Very close there. Midor Chen with the rare miss on the Burrow Strike. There is a Blink Dagger now on the Batrider. Batrider is going to deal a lot of damage with Veil of Discord, with the Firefly. But they are finding the Keeper of the... Double stun onto the Tusk and the Keeper of the Light. There is the Stampede into a beautiful Will-O-Wisp. Lina is down. And Clumsy Net being used on the Lion. Tusk has a Blink Dagger, tried to save the Keeper of the Light, but also got stunned. Not quite fast enough there. But we see this Lina. She is very, very squishy, especially if she uses her Yule Scepter aggressively. She just gets gone on and she just die. She just dead. One Will-O-Wisp and I die. Drow Ranger is gonna go for a BKB. Lina is gonna go for an Aghanims. Does she have to? Oops, I'm missing a kill on the Vengeful Spirit. Morphling 5-0 and 3. Had already a fantastic game on the Weaver. Looks to do that again on the Morphling. Hasn't died so far. Has the E-Blade now. And they get the Spirit in the end. There's the Aghanim Scepter for the Lina to burst the heroes down even quicker. They have a lot of burst, but they're also very squishy. It's all about the initiation. There was a stun onto the Keeper of the Light, and Keeper of the Light is dead. At the same time, Lion is dead. Like I said, both sides can burst heroes down so quickly. The Dire can because they have so much burst on their team. Meanwhile, Radiant doesn't have as much burst, but Dire is very, very squishy. Very, very squishy. Swap forward onto the Batrider, but Batrider has a BKB and he is going to turn Flaming Lasso onto the support Vengeful Spirit, and they get the Vengeful Spirit. Wicked sick for the Morphling. Morphling is just gonna go to low health for the Shrine. The aggressive swap forward onto the Batrider, but it did force out the BKB. So I'm not sure if you call that like necessarily a lose on the side of Dire. It forced out the BKB. Batrider, level 19 already. Surprising. How are we in terms of levels? Highest level, yeah, 19. Oh, there's the Hex onto the Morphling, into a finger, into a stun, and Morphling is dead. Very, very well played there by the Lion. And they also are going to get this Centaur here. Stun and a few hits. What a Hex there from the Lion in the moment when Morphling was very, very low. Immediate Hex into finger, into Burrow Strike, and you down, Morphling. You down. They are getting the outposts up top here for the 25-minute experience as well as bounties. And Radiant are scanning at their triangle. Are they looking to make a move here when everybody is back alive? They have Stampede up in 5 seconds. And yeah, Batrider is saying they are all here. We go and see for our bounty runes.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Drow Ranger just not afraid. Like, it is the Sand King behind her. He is ready to counter initiate. There is a stomp forward, and there's a swap away into a stun onto Centaur. There are the TPs in. Drow is still here. Stampede forward onto the Drow Ranger again. Is there going to be another swap? Will-O-Wisp to catch her, and the Aegis is down. BKB used on the Vengeful Spirit. There's the BKB on the Drow Ranger. But this Burrow Strike from the Morphling is going to stop the Epicenter channel. But Is it gonna save anybody else on his team? They did lose the... They did lose the Morphling! Morphling did get stunned by the Lina. And they are going forwards. Finger on the old man. And the Bat Rider is gonna get shot down with the arrows from the Drow Ranger. Very, very nice fight there. They just played with Drow Ranger as a bait. First they swap her out and they're like, hey, they want to do that again. 3 buybacks being used on the Radiant side. They need to get something here. If Dire gets out scot-free, this is not good for Radiant. Craggy coat. 13 armor. That's actually so much. Hello? Hello? There's a craggy coat there. Okay. So I was gonna say. They see the Keeper of the Light here silenced and he's gonna be dead. Keeper of the Light, that's a dieback. 70 seconds without your Keeper. Will-O-Wisp was still on cooldown for 40 more seconds, but there's also Centaur here. And Centaur is gonna get stunned here, multi-shot and another stun. And Centaur is down. Did he buy back in this previous fight? No, he didn't. But the buybacks are all available on this Dire side and they're gonna go high ground. It is gonna take some really good lasso on preferably the Lina or the Drow, but they're just gonna get swapped out. Notorious has been very, very good on his swaps. Ice shards, but Drow Ranger doesn't mind. She's like, yeah, I'm special. I deserve this. Adaptive strike, but she's just gonna continue to hit this tower and the tower is down.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Are they gonna go back for the shrines? There's another ice shard. And Vengeful Spirit is kinda... It's also going to retreat. They are taking this shrine here. Oh, and the Shadow Blade forward from the Lina. Lina has Shadow Blade, by the way. There is a flats on the Vengeful Spirit. Tusk has the Blink deck. Does also want the Shadow Blade.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
Centaur finished the pipe. And Keeper of the Light has the Glimmer Cape. They know that Dire is right here. They know this. But how can they change the status quo? Because Dire can just wait for another Roshan. If they want to. Well, they don't want to. Venge did show her Wave of Terror on this ward here. And are they? There's the blink forward and they get the Vengeful Spirit. But they are all reacting to it. Dire still wants to fight. They're coming up the high ground here. And they're seeing the Centaur. They see everybody here with the Vengeful Spirit illusion. And 4-staff forward. But there is the Flaming Lasso. You can't do this. And the Drow is gonna get bursted down. Nice Will-O-Wisp to keep everybody in place. But Drow Ranger does not care. BKB, she shreds everybody to pieces. There, now she goes down. Morphling with the E-Blade combo. But there is a Burrow Strike from the Sand King and they delete the Morphling. Morphling doesn't have buyback. He used it in the previous high ground push. And Keeper of the Light is gonna go down as well. I was gonna say that this doesn't look like a good fight for Dire. But the BKB and Drow Ranger does not care about anything. They have no ways to kill the Drow Ranger when she has her BKB. It looked like a good lasso target, because there's no swap available from the Vengeful Spirit. But they didn't have enough damage to kill her during that. And then she just turned around and killed everybody, despite the good Will-O-Wisp. Drow Ranger did buy back though. It looks like they want to force this to a high ground push. Considering that they know there is no Morphling. Morphling is gonna be dead for another 40 seconds. But this Drow used her buyback. So if they get this Drow Ranger, that's not gonna be good. They're pushing in mid, taking a tier 3. This is gonna be enough for them. They want racks. They want the racks. Ice charge forwards to block some of the entrance. There's the dust. They want at least the range drags. And Drow Ranger needs like one more hit. Tusk is gonna go in. Swap. And they get the Tusk. Tusk dead for 50 seconds. Has no buyback. And they get the range drags. They also want the melee. Doesn't look like it. They are going to retreat. Morphling is back up. So they get the range drags, but they use the Drow buyback. If Drow dies, they're in a big, big trouble. They are in big, big trouble. They're gonna be in big, big trouble if Drow dies. Drow Ranger, she has the Orb of Destruction. It's gonna go for Lincoln's next. I like this choice. It all depends on this Flaming Lasso. Oh, smoke up by the Radiant. Morphling has now the Manta style. And the Vampire Fangs going into a BKB next. Bat Rider has the Force Staff. Laguna Blade, Lina just coming on by with her Shadow Blade. Not Laguna Blade. And revealing the smoke. Firefly up by the Bat Rider. Is he gonna see this Lina? Is he gonna get it? Yule Scepter. Will-O-Wisp to keep her in place. Do they have the detection? No. And Drow Ranger, she just wants to fight this. There's the multi-shot. And they go on this Centaur here. Stun onto the Vengeful Spirit. Stun on the Centaur. And they get the Keeper of the Light and the Centaur. BKB used by the Bat Rider. But he's gonna get now slowed down by this Drow Ranger. And Radiant has to evacuate. And Dire is gonna go to Roche. They wanna give an Aegis to this Drow Ranger. Aegis would feel so good on this Drow Ranger who doesn't have buyback. Lina also closing in on either Hex or BKB, whatever she prefers. Oh, did they not see this word? Oh, they just lost their sentry. There is the Lincoln's finished on the Drow Ranger. And they're gonna be pushing mid and top. Both lanes don't have a tier 3. And they want to take lanes here. They want to take Raxus. And they want to force this to a game number 3. This is a best of 3. Radiant is up. No Dark Willow won the first game with the Dark Willow. I cannot stress this enough. They won with the Dark Willow. Force staff forward by the Drow Ranger. There's the finger onto the Morphling, but he's just gonna strength morph. BKB used by the Drow Ranger, and she just wants to fight now. And they are gonna get the Keeper of the Light. So no Will-O-Wisp for 50 seconds. Shadow Blade used by the Tusk. He has an Orb of Destruction. And they are looking to take 2 lanes of Rax. There is the stun onto the Drow Ranger, but she gets swapped out, and Centaur is gonna get turned around. And he does go down. He has buyback. There's another swap on the Bat Rider, but now Vengeful Spirit is in deep. They are trying to go onto the Drow Ranger, but her Lincoln's popped on the Flaming Lasso. There is the Will-O-Wisp to keep her in place, but she has Aegis. She has a Gust. That's Aegis popped. Are they gonna be able to take this fight a second time? She doesn't have BKB. It's down for another 20 seconds, and they are going to focus on her, and she is down for 2 minutes. Drow down for 2 minutes. They lose their Keeper of the Light. They lose their Tusk. Tusk buys back. Bat Rider buys back. And Sand King, is he gonna go down here? Nice Ice Shards, and that is gonna seal his fate. They get the Drow. They get the Drow, and she doesn't have buyback. What a fight there. And that Flaming Lasso popped on the Drow Ranger Lincoln's. Oof. He didn't know Drow had Lincoln's Fear, or it just must have come off cooldown or so. Only Dire controls outposts right now, so only they get levels, and we see it. We see Radiant 3 heroes at level 18, and that is a Tusk with experience. Oh, he went for 3 PM again. But we see Lion 23, Lina 24, Drow 24, and Sand King 25. But everything that matters are buybacks. It did force out 4 buybacks from the side of Radiant. The one who has buyback is this Morphling. who just died. And this Lina does look like she is going to go down, but she also has buyback. I was just about to praise Morphling for still having buyback, and then he gets deleted by the Lina. I mean, to be fair, he most likely doesn't have to use it. Lina, maybe. No, maybe. She's down for 80 seconds. If Morphling uses his buyback, does he have Beats of Travel? No. And doesn't have the money for it. So if Morphling uses his buyback, that's going to be really bad. But he most likely doesn't have to use it. Radiant is trying to go high ground without them, it looks like. Drow is only dead for another 10 seconds and she has BKB up. And she's getting really close to that 40% cooldown reduction. Or 15 marksmanship chance, whatever she prefers. There is... She's gonna read the Tome of Knowledge. And what is she gonna go for? 40% CD. Yeah, I mean... Ooh, it also works on the multi-shot. I completely forgot about that. Oh, that's really good. Oh, Invis, Vengeful Spirit. Oh, they stopped the TP from the Bat Rider and they are forced to use the Stampede. They are gonna use the Flaming Lasso and they lose their Centaur. They did lose their Vengeful Spirit though, but they also kill the Bat Rider. Bat Rider, no buyback. Will-O-Wisp is down now. Vengeful Spirit has buyback if they want to use it. They know Bat Rider doesn't have it. And they are going to push down bottom. They see the Morphling. Are they gonna get it? Silence not quite in range. What's the cooldown on this? 6.5. You have a 6.5 silence on a 9-second duration. What the fuck? Spider legs. Ooh, hello? Hello? Spider leg. Okay. They are giving it to Lion. One of the best items, I feel like. You can just replace your boots with it. Maybe not Drow Ranger because she really likes attributes. But any other hero can replace his boots with it. Unless they have Boots of Travel. And they are going to push down bottom. No Bat Rider for a minute. We are at it's a 30k lead. Holy shit. It does not feel like it. It all comes down to those team fights. But Radiant is out of buybacks. There are no buybacks available. And they are going to finger the Coddle and Coddle is away. It is a 5-on-2 fight now. Centaur is going to come back in 5 seconds. They are focusing on the melee racks. And they are taking at least this one. And they will be going for megas here, it looks like. Lina has hit level 25 now. She has the additional attack range. They are gonna go for this here. Oh, Lincoln's has been procced. But that's another 20 seconds without the Bat Rider. They are gonna make short work of this Rax here. Do they want to go up against Megas here? It looks like they will. There's the Spider Legs up by the Lion. Lion has a Shadow Blade and the Aghanim Scepter. And there we have it. There it is. The horn for the Mega Creeps. Mega Creeps are gonna come out now. There is a silence on the Morphling. Stun onto the Drow Ranger. Drow Ranger is getting her BKB up though. And trying with the Flaming Lasso, but there's a Shadow Blade away. There's the Stampede used now. But Drow Ranger is still standing strong. And there is a stun onto the Drow Ranger. There's the epicenter. And they delete the Tusk with the Lion. Meanwhile, Drow Ranger is eliminating the Centaur. They can't get any of these kills here. Radiant just too far in terms of items. They get the AoE hex. Morphling is dead. He doesn't have buyback. GG. Well played. We are going to a game number 3, boys. Game number 3. Everything on the line. Well played. Well played, everybody. Notorious League of Gentlemen wins this game, and it is 1-1.